Hey guys, what's up? It's Maddie, and today I'm filming from my phone instead of my actual camera because I've packed it all away. Because today is the last day here in Florence, and tomorrow we're moving on to Sorrento. And so everything's packed up and ready to go. I'm ready to get out of here because it is hot. And I feel like I say that in every video, but today I really mean it because there was a heat index of 110 today. And you can see that I am a sweaty girl. I am constantly glistening with sweat. One of my roommates the other day, she was like, "Oh, Maddie, I always really love your highlight, but I don't ever want to say anything because I'm not sure if it's actually makeup or if it's just sweat." And it's always just sweat. So, check it out. Look at that highlight. Anyway, but yeah, so it's really hot. I did laundry this morning at 10. I was home by 2, and my laundry was dry, already, by the sun's rays. And typically it takes about, a full day for my stuff to dry. So it's that hot outside. It's literally hell. So I'm excited to get down to the coast. But anyway, yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yesterday, we went to Specola, which is the Museum of Natural History and zoology. History. Natural mystery. No, the Museum of Natural History, and they have over 5,000 stuffed animals, not stuffed animals, but taxidermied, once were alive, now dead, stuffed animals. And that wasn't really I wasn't too fond about that. But then my professor was telling us that everyone's just interrupting my vlog today, I'm sorry. My professor was telling us that they started this collection in the 18th century. So some of these animals could be extinct. They had this 2 rooms full of birds. And when I'm saying full of birds, I mean full of birds. Excuse me. So it was pretty cool to see. My favorite part about it though was when you first walked in, they had the bug area. So there were just a crap ton of insects. And so you got to see a bunch of butterflies from all over the world. And they could have been older than dirt. I don't even know. And it's crazy to me how they preserve them so well. And if you guys know me, I am all about bugs. I had to take my entomology class. This door just opened by itself. It's really hot. We're gonna go close it. Anyway, so I was saying, I am a bug nerd. And so seeing these butterflies, and they had this massive walking stick. I had to collect a walking stick for one of my classes, or I didn't have to collect a walking stick, but I got to collect a walking stick for one of my classes. And it was little bitty, but this guy was is probably as long as my head. And so it was just really cool to see. And I was just really excited about it, super giddy. And everyone was like, "Are you enjoying yourself?" And I was like, "Yes, I love spiders." So, yeah, so I really enjoyed that part of the museum. But then afterwards, we got to take a tour of they had this wax museum part of it. And so they had these wax figures that they used to study human anatomy. So they would go in, and when somebody would die, they would go in, cut open their dead bodies, take out their organs, make molds of it, and then they would recreate it in wax so they could study human anatomy better. And so this museum, every wax figure that was made like that we saw in that museum was made there, which was really interesting. And it was nice and AC'd in there, because if it wasn't, then all the wax figures would have melted. So that was really nice. And I really took my time going through and seeing everything. But it was really neat. They just had like countless, like so many different like wax figures. And it was like art, you know? And so our guide was telling us something about it being one of the first museums open to the public, like in Florence. And so like just common people, not even like people studying to be doctors, could go in and see these wax figures. And so they started making these figures look like art. And so they would pose them in specific ways, and it was just like really really kind of funky to see, and it all looked pretty stinking realistic. So that was cool. But yeah, so that was our visit to La Specola, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, they also had these like minerals. They had like a little mineral exhibit, and so I got to see some like really cool rocks. And they were shiny and stuff, so I really enjoyed that. That was also air conditioned, so you know, I'll take whatever I can get. But yeah, it was really nice to go. I'm sorry if the camera's like all sorts of shaky. I usually have it set up on a tripod, but you know, it's my phone. So, but yeah, so what was I saying? I really enjoyed being able to go and see like a museum instead of a church, because I feel like we've been seeing lots of churches. And not that I like don't enjoy the churches that we've seen, like it's full of art and stuff, but like I said in one of my previous videos, it all starts to look very similar after a while. So this was like a breath of fresh air, especially with the AC and the wax unit part of it. So yeah, I really just enjoyed this part. Aside from like the thousands and thousands of dead animals that I had to walk through to get to the wax. But yeah, so next time you see me, I'll be in Sorrento, and hopefully I won't be nearly as sweaty and you won't have to watch me drip with sweat. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Ciao.